Morning, it's the day after we sold our cattle. It's January the 10th. And just looking at market report on York Livestock Centre, you know, York Auction Centre website. They do a market report of their previous day's sale. Well, it came on last night, I think. And I'm just looking down heifers, what hours made. I knew actually because I took a photo yesterday, check what my dad brought back, but yeah, it actually sold very well. The red heifer I sold, I showed you. I guesstimated at £3 a kilo. It made 3.11. We had 5 cattle in, but 1, 2, 3, 4 were sort of placed in the numbers of the highest prices, so we're quite pleased with that. I mean, we didn't top market. There was a Mr. Taylor, Pipdale, Mr. Crosley. We know them two fellas. I don't know these fellas, but they're topped us with price. But yeah, we had yeah, that one made £3.11, which I predicted £3, and it weighed 590 kilo, and I thought it had been a little bit heavier at 600 kilo, I guess. So, but with them results, I mean, that red one came quite an amount. The rest of ours, they did all right, but they weren't quite as heavy. The maybe just could have done with another week or two, but price is high at the moment. Is it going to drop off? I don't know. I talked to some guys what sort of know the markets, have a lot of cattle, and they just expect this bloody. It was massive. Well, it's as high as it's been, I think, live weight, and I don't know. Is there going to be a lack of money? So are the restaurants going to suffer at buying the best, you know, the real good stuff? I don't know. I just think it's going to drop off a little bit. But at them weights and prices, we're satisfied. We had a couple of plainer ones in what made. Let me get my gigs on. Can't see a bloody thing. I can't. One made 281 and 249 a kilo, 248.50 a kilo, sorry. But they were plain stuff. They were plain like Hereford types, Hereford cross, and they won't cost a lot in the beginning, so they'll have probably left as much profit as the good ones. You know, because obviously Dad'll have had to pay a lot more for them in beginning. So, but yeah, that was fair trade really. It check came to quite an amount, so quite chuffed. And I don't know. Like I say, it's going to drop off. I think we're going to sort of go through yard and see if there's another 5 or 6 for Monday, because they are shifting fast in how we're feeding them. So quite pleased. But it's very handy that York Livestock Centre do this really. You know, put all prices of their previous auction. And I think that was on the internet last night as well. So someone after last job at night must put the market report on. So yeah, we always deal with York Livestock Centre. Always have. Some people say I'll go to Selby, it's a better market, but I don't know. It seems to work for us, so I don't know. But right, better get some work done. Changing blades on this bucket, we certainly had our money's worth. But this bucket was bought for an 09 Manitou we had, so we've certainly had, you know, well, 13 or 14 years out of it. So, and it does a lot of work, loads of corn, all sorts of stuff. You know, forever washing it out for different jobs, to be fair. Muck out with it, we do all sorts. You know, it would be nice to have a bucket for everything, wouldn't it? But a bucket for different jobs, but we haven't. So what the plan is, I put that straight edge down and we've slit it right down there. There's just this bit to cut here. I have to get gas bottles on that because I can't get in with grinder. And then we're going to turn the bucket upside down and cut it front back, and it should drop off. We got a blade from Pananglia, which, well, to be fair, was sensible money. I thought it'd been a lot more. Yes, it's slightly longer than we need, so we need to chop it off. And yeah, that's my job for this morning, so we'll see how it goes. As I say, we put that straight edge to cut that weld out, and then there's some serious welding underneath to cut out. Whether I can get at it with grinder, I don't know, but we're going to turn the bucket upside down so we can really see what we're doing, because you could work up with it up in air, but it won't be very nice. Won't be very nice to do, so we'll see. Oh, and if you see my dad's Polaris in back at workshop, I don't know, disaster. I don't know how they made it run so well in the sale, because, well, it's burning a lot of oil and smoking like mad and missing and going on, so we think the engine's tired. But Frank's coming to do some tests. We've took some stuff off it, and he's going to sort of test some pressures, and then we're going to, if, well, worst case scenario, head off, pistons and line the pistons out, and maybe either arm it out and put new pistons in, or maybe even, I don't know whether there's liners in that engine, I presume so, reliner it front bottom. I think we can get front bottom. Oh no, we can't, we have to take the engine out. So anyway, after Frank's tested pressures, we're going to whip engine out. But so it's about time we finish. It's going to be an expensive machine, but anyway, you live and learn. That's we buying from sales, you see. So what we've done now, we've put it to it with grinder, so I've had to chop the corner out with gas bottle. Right, hard blade off, not a lot left of it to be fair. But bloody hell, it's took some gearing off. We've had to sort of buck it a little bit. We've ended up with some big gaps, but anyway. But we've got the blade back on sort of something like square. Well, it is square, it's nice and flattened. There's a bit to chop off yon side because it's too long, but look, there's our gap. So what we do, we've got loads of bolts like this, like coach bolts, or you know, I mean loads, like stones of them. So what we do, we're going to put that in here and weld down bottom and weld down back, and then on top I think we'll put a piece of strip metal as well, you know, to make it even more secure. Not bad for an idiot. Right, you do the rest. Not bad. Look alright when it gets some shit on it. God, he does listen to some shit though. Radio 1. Oh, can't stomach it anymore. We've had that welder, it's a 220 amp MIG welder. We've had it, 250 amp MIG welder. So they built at York, that. It's nice to buy local, you know, and it's been a bloody good welder. I think if we're doing heavy stuff, if you're doing a lot of welding, real heavy, it gives up after about half an hour because it gets too hot inside. The cooling system isn't very good. But for what we want, it's perfect. So yeah, he's making a good job. So yeah. Introduce this gang to fodder beat. Bloody hell, they love it. They're leaving everything else. I mean, got a bit more advice on what to give them, and someone says cut barley out because it's doing them in a good what you want to eat. What you want them to do is in lactate. You want as much milk as possible, and introduce them to fodder beet. But we've got one a bit. Well, we've got one a bit pissed actually. She's eaten too much, and she's been. Well, she keeps getting up, but she's a bit dothery on her legs. She'll get over it, but and calves, bloody hell, calves doing real well. So, and little fella, oh Jesus Christ, nearly ended up face down in it then. Yeah, little fella here, he's doing all right, but I just don't let him out yet because I just don't think he's strong enough to withstand sort of what rest of them, you know, a knock or out like that. So she's quite happy in there. But yeah, these lot doing all right, aren't you? Calves are starting to pick among a bit of straw and silage now. Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm boring you a bit about my cows and calves, but I'm quite pleased with them. I'm quite chuffed. So if I am, don't. But if you do like what we do here, tick and subscribe or whatever you do. And yeah, Rough Hard Farming is yours, like I keep telling you. Trying different stuff.